Hey, welcome to Master of None Too Often Dreamers. I'm Kyle. And now that you're here, not only do I have to convince you that you can get a Pixel 7 Pro for free, but I'm going a step further and showing you that you can actually make a profit by buying the 7 Pro, and an even greater profit by buying the regular 7, and being able to own it without waiting 2 or 3 years before it's paid off, and even be able to buy 12 Pixel 7s for only $50. I've been gearing up to retire my 3.5-year-old phone, and I've been excited about the Pixel 7 for a while. I've been doing a bunch of research, looking at all the deals and all the carrier promises, but I think I found one that is not as straightforward, but is still pretty easy. This is free game, but Verizon has the best deal in terms of what you get in return. Up to $700 when you trade in a phone released as far back as 2016, which would be the first Pixel XL, Galaxy S7, or an iPhone 7, even if they're damaged. But that requires 36 months of monthly credits. And you'll also get a $200 Verizon gift card, which can be used to buy accessories and or on your bill. at&t similarly is offering up to $800 for a trade-in, but only if it holds a current market value of $35 or more. That means an iPhone 8, Galaxy S9, or a Pixel 4 to name a few. This can also happen with some damage as long as the phone turns on and is unlocked, but also requires a 36-month monthly credit. T-Mobile is also offering up to $800 for a trade-in requiring phones that are slightly newer and containing no damage at all. T-Mobile requires a 24-month monthly credit. All carriers offer the Pixel 7 for free, as it is $300 cheaper than the Pro and is covered in that major trade-in deal. But the weird thing is Verizon and at&t, instead of passing that extra $100 on to you, they're raising the price that they sell the 7 to $700. And T-Mobile just says it's free. All of these are the deals that I'm going to show you how you can beat without that long-term commitment. More free game, if you're interested, Verizon also has the best deal in the iPhone 14. They're giving up to $1,000 for a trade-in, plus that same $200 Verizon store credit. Again, over 36 months. Problem is, 24 or 36 months is a long time commitment if things aren't working out well or if you just really want or need a new phone earlier. But then you'll have to pay whatever is remaining on the phone, at which point the phone likely isn't worth that anymore. On top of that, the carriers are only offering half the actual available options when considering color and storage. You can only buy a 256 gigabyte Hazel 7 Pro from Verizon when the manufacturer, Google, makes a 128 gigabyte, 256, and a 512 gigabyte device in every color. All carriers are mostly only selling the 128 gigabyte Pixel 7 and Pro. But you can avoid all that by following my 4 simple steps to getting and potentially making a profit on a Pixel 7 Pro and owning it the day you get it, no 2 or 3 year commitment. Step 1, cut a hole in the box. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. Real step 1 is act fast. Go to store.google.com and pre-order the phone of your choice with no shortage of options. Every configuration they make, you can buy from them directly. If you want a 512 gigabyte Snow 7 Pro, this is the only place you can get it with this deal. On the Google store, you will see a huge banner of get up to $750 with a qualified trade-in and up to $200 in a Google Store credit with a pre-order. Hence the act fast. I can make no guarantees about what offers will be had after the official launch. The max $250 trade-in credit applies to both the 7 and the Pro and is obviously going to be for a newer, higher quality phone. Also, this trade-in is credited as a refund to your form of payment once the trade-in phone is received within 30 days and inspected by Google, so you're paying the phone cost up front. The $200 store credit is for the Pro and there is a $100 credit for the 7, both of which you will get via email within 24 hours of the phone's shipping. Again, this is for pre-order. I'm not sure what will happen come Thursday the 13th. The credit can be used on any purchase from the online store and will expire next October, Friday the 13th. Oh. But there's a limit of 1 per customer or 1 per Google account. And I'll show you a way that you can get up to an extra 10% store credit, which potentially could get you a bunch more freebies. Pre-order the configuration you desire, but select carrier unlocked. I get Verizon as enticing, but remember that that deal is over 36 months, and I want you to own your phone right now. Set up your trade-in by manufacturer, model, and storage size if applicable. They'll ask if it turns on, is it free of cracks, if the screen works properly. Yes, we'll obviously get you more money back, but you do not want to lie here. If you say no, you will get another question asking if the device turns on, which if it does, you can still get a decent amount. If it doesn't turn on, then you can't trade it in. The reason that you don't want to lie is if you claim a certain level of quality and it is inspected to not match that, they are liable to penalize your trade-in more harshly. To quote, final trade-in quote may be minimal or zero. Being honest, of any damage, you have a better chance of getting your original quoted price. I have a 128 gigabyte Galaxy S10 Plus with a cracked back glass, which they're still offering about $300 for, and that's only $40 down from a flawless device. If you have reservations about all trade-in processes, like I do, I love that they give an option to send the phone back to me if the final quote is less than this estimate. Although I have never actually had any trade-in horror stories. Let me know if you have. You can then add or skip protection, then add to cart. Once it's in the cart, you can select if you want to pay in full or pay over 24 months at 0% APR, which is an option, but if you don't already have a line of credit with Google, applying for a credit card, which will require a hard inquiry on your credit report, just so you know. Note, you can buy all the unlocked configurations at Best Buy with up to a $725 trade-in and a $200 Best Buy gift card, which is far more useful than a $200 Google Store credit. But across the board, the trade-in values are much higher when buying from Google directly. Step 4, hit that like button so more people can see this video. But I'm joking, that's not really step 4, but still do it. For this step, you're going to want to not already be on Verizon. Verizon has a deal where new customers who bring a new phone and a new line of service will receive up to a $500 Verizon gift card. And much like their other offerings, it can be used for accessories and or the bill. But there's a catch, of course. It will take up to 8 weeks to receive the gift card, and you will need to keep the phone active for 45 days, which actually is still pretty good terms, but there's more. The gift cards are awarded in tiers for activation of the following unlimited 5G plans. $240 for Welcome Unlimited, $350 for 5G Start, and a full $500 for 5G Do More, 5G Play More, and 5G Get More. And alas, the last catch is you will be required to keep this line and phone in service for 12 months, else you'll be charged back for the credit you were awarded. So that does put a stipulation on for at least a year, but again, you will own your phone and have the freedom to do with it whatever you wish, a year or two sooner than any other option. I bought the 256 gigabyte Hazel 7 Pro, which is $999. I'll get a trade-in reimbursement of $302.50 for my broken 120 gigabyte Galaxy S10 Plus, along with a $200 Google Store credit. I currently am on Mint Mobile, and I'll get a $500 Verizon gift card in about 2 months after activating a Verizon 5G Play More line that I'm joining with my family with a nursing discount, which already brings my net expenses to a positive $3.50. But I'm also getting an extra $99.90 in Google Store credit after 30 days because I purchased 2 terabytes of storage with Google One at the discounted first month rate of $2.49. So my total net positive is $100.91. Okay, so maybe positive $65.91 after a $35 activation fee. Stupid fees. In simplest terms, I'm spending $1,034 and I'm getting $1,100 back. Similarly, for my wife's 256 gigabyte Lemongrass 7, we're spending $735 but receiving $850, including a $250 64 gigabyte Galaxy S9 trade-in, netting a positive $115. Since there's only one pre-order credit per customer, I can't buy her phone with my Google One account and receive the additional 10% credit of $70. and $100 is more than 70, so it's better to just buy that separately on her account. Me being curious, I wanted to see what maxing out the deal would look like. That would be the max $750 trade-in for a 120 gigabyte Pixel 7. The trade-in would be a 1TB Galaxy S22 Ultra or a 1TB iPhone 13 Pro Max, which is a significant step down, so who would do that? You would spend $635 but receive a whopping $1,410 over the next 2 months, netting a positive $775, which realistically, you could buy a second Pixel 7 for a partner, get a second Verizon line, and get a second $500. Then you could buy a third Pixel 7 for a daughter, get a third Verizon line, and get a third $500. Then you could buy a fourth Pixel 7 for a side piece and get a fourth Verizon line and a fourth $500.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
And get a 12th $500. You heard right, 12. You could get 12 Pixel 7s and 12 lines of Verizon and only spend $50 in your total net. But in actuality, you'd be spending $7,200 on phones and $420 in activation fees, but be receiving $7,620 within 2 months. Or you could put all the original monies towards things you were already going to spend, like $500 to your new Verizon bill, like I'm gonna do. But then there's taxes too, which changes this from 12 to 8 Pixel 7s for $38 if accounting for the Michigan tax rate, which is where I am. But still, 8 phones for $38 is still a pretty crazy deal. So asking who would do this looks a little different now, right? Wrong. It's still super ridiculous. And I'm sure you'll run into some limitations with every company involved, although I do know for a fact that you can at least get $2,000 for bringing 4 lines over with a family plan with Verizon. I did all that just to show how good this deal is. To spend $600 and almost get $1,500 back is crazy good. But your situation is going to be different, obviously. You may have a phone that is worth more or less than mine, or you may unfortunately already be on Verizon. Either way, it was worth me sharing because this was fun. And while this isn't necessarily financial freedom, it is a mental freedom to know that you have some expenses that you don't have to worry about funding, which is an understated necessity when it comes to achieving actual financial freedom, having a clear mind. Thanks for watching. I'll definitely be doing some follow-up once I get the phone, as well as some more personal finance wins. All that along with all my other content, so be sure to come back and see me soon.
Is the elephant heavy? I'm coming back, baby.